You said women have killed chivalry. And what I took it kind of a step further by saying I think that there is no difference in chivalry and chauvinism. The same elements apply.
Well, yeah, because
doing something because you feel like a woman shouldn't do it. Now, why you feel like that woman shouldn't do it, or the intention or the spirit behind why that woman should do it. Like, hey, let me open that door for you. Women shouldn't do that.
Right.
Hey, let me pull out your chair. Women shouldn't do that. Hey, let me pay this bill. Women shouldn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus, hey, let me get that high-ranking position in the military. Women shouldn't do that. You know, hey, let me get this corner office and CEO position, because women shouldn't do that. So chivalry and chauvinism have the same elements, lots of the same elements. It is the intention and how it is applied that separates them.
Yeah, and human beings know how this works. I mean,
don't assume anything.
Well, here's the funny thing, and when I say this, I'm part of Generation X, okay? For thousands of years of recorded history, men and women have pretty much known how to do this. To lesser or varying degrees, but we've had inventions and civilization. We're not farmers anymore or hunter-gatherers. We built buildings, airplanes. We got it figured out. But then along came the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and we came up with all these new ideas of how we should do things. And we used to accept that men and women were different, and that didn't make us less worthy. We're just different. Now we have a world to where it's like, well, we're all the same and we're not the same. And we're trying to reimagine. There are people who want to reimagine how men and women should interact. Here's the problem. That sounds good in a laboratory, in a classroom, but in the world, people just won't accept it. Women want what they want, men want what they want. And here's the calculus that went missing for the longest. Women control access to reproduction and sex. Men control access to relationships. And if men control access to relationships because we're the pursuers, we ask for proposals, if the marital rates are declining, if relationships are dropping, it would be an unwise business to go chastise the customer for why they're not buying. You need to ask, what's wrong with my product?
Now, you said how much ladies hate when the roles are reversed.
Yes.
Now I want you to speak on that, but I want you to do it in the presence of my dear friend, respected, long-time colleague and constituent, Single Dina. Please come in.
Single Dina, everybody.
Single Dina, please come on. Welcome to Expeditiously. Welcome back to Expeditiously.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now,
so happy to be here.
Right on. We're so happy to have you. Now, you've had quite the time to research Mr. Kevin Samuels.
I have. It's been very interesting.
Because listen, so I put Single Dina up on your show, you know, and I told her, I say, hey, find him. We need to sit down.
Okay.
And ever since then, she's been sending me excerpts.
Every night, I just get in my bed and I watch these videos.
And you watch this man in your bed alone.
Just tearing into women, just left and right.
Tearing, but you're coming back. Are you a pain freak? Because if it was painful, you would have no reason to return.
It's interesting. It's a perspective that we don't hear often, and I feel like it's almost like, you know how you hear a lot about like women empowerment? It's like a new male men empowerment kind of thing. He's speaking up for the men that don't necessarily get to say these things.
But is it the honesty? Is it that you relate to it? Is it that you agree with it? Is it that you so much disagree with it and you hate it? Like, what is it that keeps you coming back for more?
I think it's a mixture of all of it. I would say that I feel like we could be a little bit more, I've said this to you before, a little bit more, less harsh with our words.
Who,
and
he
our
could
correct.
or
yes.
you could?
No, he could.
He could, but what would that accomplish if he was?
Well, that's why people like it, because he gets down and dirty real fast.
Well, it's not down.
Why are you calling it down and dirty?
See, the words have been used.
Direct,
why can't it be up and honest?
Well,
you know
direct,
what I'm saying? Why can't it be up and honest?
Well, here's the thing. Tear into women, harsh. What would we call ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a job if you want to be with me.
When most men lack the exposure to certain opportunities that would yield them the benefits to
Like, I don't want no scrubs,
such a
right?
standard.
I don't want. The thing
Right.
is, and put a ring on it. Women have had the freedom to speak their minds directly, honestly, in film, in print, in media, for especially black women, unopposed for the better part of 50 years.
I was gonna say not that long because they were suppressed for a little bit.
Shame,
women-
insults, guilt, the need to be right.
And this is what I
the
always say.
correcting of men all the time.
No, I was
Yeah.
just saying because women for so long did not
Sign
have a
language.
voice.
Sign
Black
language.
women have never been oppressed
Shame,
by black
insults, guilt,
men.
and
I said
need
black
to be
women.
right.
Black women have never had that problem with their men.
Women of color.
I mean, I'm specifically talking about black women in this case, and that's what. Here's the thing: when women say what they want to say about I don't date a short man, you got little D energy. I mean, y'all got
you can say it here, little dick
I mean,
energy.
y'all got. I mean, you
can say it
got,
here.
the women are praised for saying it, but when I
Yeah.
actually speak to women who volunteer to call into my show to
Right.
ask me my advice or my opinion,
Right.
then all of a sudden I'm being harsh.
Yeah.